My name is Alexis Diaz. My pronouns are they and them. I'm a social worker by training, and I've been working in a variety of settings for over a decade. So, nonprofits, schools, after school, clinics. I also did my postgraduate training at the Ackerman Institute for the Family. And so I'm trained in relational therapy. And I've been working with all kinds of relationships also for over a decade. And part of what I bring to this particular workshop on consensual non-monogamy is that I bring lived experience also. So I'm queer, I'm trans, I'm polyamorous, and I draw from my own experience and my experience in working with clients when I'm doing training. As the therapist, we in the room, when we're doing therapy, whether it's a virtual therapy or in person, we are the tool, and our relationship with clients is also part of that tool. In order for that tool to stay sharp, we need to be working on the relationship with ourselves, including building some self-awareness about why we think what we think. And so we want to be doing the lifelong learning of how are my experiences and how are my identities creating the lens through which I see what's happening between people in therapy or with a client in therapy. How is my race helping me to see this experience? How is my gender? How is my own relational experiences? How I was raised? What my religion is? Those are the things that we want to be really develop more and more nuance to understanding, so that way when we bring them into therapy, we can be strategic and we can be mindful of how we're using them. So that's what self-love the therapist is. Who am I as a therapist? Why do I think what I think? And then what do I do with that? Now that I know that I have this way of looking at things, how can that be beneficial to the people that I'm working with? I think it's the thing that we are told in our graduate programs that is a lifelong learning, but then we're not always told how to do it. And so my hope is that you'll come away with some ideas about how to do it. I want to de-link the idea that spirituality always means conservative. Sometimes that's true, and sometimes that's what you're working with people on is finding a way within their spiritual practices to be more fully themselves and to be able to accept parts of themselves that through a more conservative lens is hard to do. But that's not always the case. And I think that I'm really excited about ways that folks who do have a spiritual tradition can look inward to how has non-monogamy always been there. It's not a new thing. And so that's what I'm excited to talk about.